transitioning from high school to adulthood is definitely a tough thing to do. I definitely have experience with it myself. I would say I'm 21. I graduated at 17, my senior year. Had no idea what I wanted to do. Had no idea what I wanted to be in life. Didn't know what I was passionate about. And I'm willing to bet it's a lot of y'all that have felt like that. I know I got a lot of young viewers. I know people that are still in high school or planning to graduate high school and they don't know what they're passionate about. They want to make their parents proud and they want to make a lot of money. You know, it's what everybody wants. So today I wanted to touch on those things. Now, I got this video idea from a guy in one of my recent videos in the comments. Hopefully I can put his name at the bottom of the screen. If I can, I apologize. But yeah, you know who you are. So basically I'm gonna be reading off my notes off the computer just to let y'all know if I keep looking over here, that's what I'm looking at. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to touch on is understand that college isn't for everybody. Ask yourself if you can do this for the rest of your life and would you be genuinely happy? Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, we all want these things. We always want to make our parents proud. We want to make a lot of money. And we also want the label that we are something. Everybody wants to feel important. It's the biggest human desire socially. Everybody wants to feel important. So I'm going to tell y'all my personal story. So when I was in high school, I always said I want to become a PA. I want to become a PA. I want to graduate, go to a 4-year school. After that, go to graduate school, you know, yada, 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 all the medical stuff. But really, truly, I didn't really know what I was passionate about. And I definitely couldn't see myself working in a doctor's office for the rest of my life, especially when I went to college briefly and I was working in a pharmacy. It was too mundane for me personally. I knew I couldn't see myself doing that for the rest of my life. So there's a lot of factors that you have to take in when you come out of high school. And chances are, if you're not passionate about it, you can't see it for the rest of your life, then you definitely don't want to do it, because you don't want to go to school for 4 years, get out, be in debt, and realize that you actually don't love what you do or what you're planning to do, because then all you have is just debt. You know what I'm saying? It's better if you don't know what you're passionate about. I would say my best advice, or, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with. I personally want to come out and start working so I could go ahead and start saving money as soon as possible. Trust me, you'll be ahead of the game if you do that. If you go ahead and start saving your money and you're not accumulating debt, then that will be my best advice. If you haven't really found what you're passionate about yet. You'll always have those friends. You'll always have those people around you. They already committed to schools. They're talking about where they're gonna go. We're gonna do this at this college. I'm going to Alabama. I'm going to Georgia. You know, you got all this party talk. You know, don't let it get into your head. Trust me, because this is such a small part of your life right now. You don't want one decision to really make things, and really think about what you're going to do with your life when you get to high school. If you don't know what you want to do, by the time you're done with high school, it's completely fine. Just make a move, but make a calculated one. So don't let that bother you. So the second thing I wanted to touch on was understand that everyone is doing the same thing despite popularity levels. Now, y'all probably know what I mean by that. I mean, we're all human. We all have those people in school you want to be like, or, you know, you admire them in some type of way, and you really care about what people think about you. But the fact of the matter is, all those people that you think are better than you some type of way, trust me, those people are having the same question in their head just like you, despite how it looks. Trust me, the people who look like they have it figured out the most are the most doubtful of themselves. It's kind of like the saying, like, the prettiest people do the ugliest things, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa, you know, however you want to look at it. It's kind of like that. Don't really put too much stock into what people appear to be, because by the time y'all are 30 or 21 or whatever, you're going to find out they're in the same position as you. You know what I'm saying? There's not going to be like that person that just blows up and takes off, gets famous, you know. Every once in a while you have that, you know what I'm saying? But chances are very slim. So don't think that you're just going to fall behind in life just because of how somebody else looks or they appear to have things figured out. That is one of the worst things you can do, is care about what other people are doing and what people are thinking of you, because it can really derail what you really want to do. So I say spend a lot of time alone, really figure out who you are, and a lot of things that you want in life will come to you. So the third thing that I want to touch on is understand that relationship attraction changes. And this is something that I had to learn. When you're in high school, it's easy to meet people. You're around each other all the time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always in contact. Y'all see each other at 7 to 3 in the morning. I don't know when y'all school hours are, but we had to be there at 7. You see the same people every day. So y'all eventually get to know each other, and y'all eventually end up just figuring out people's mannerisms and stuff like that. But when you get out to the real world, you're gonna have to make real relationships and have real social skills to build relationships. So when you get out of high school, you may feel lonely, or you may have the same friends from high school, but y'all may not hang out as much. Your relationships may start to feel weird and stuff like that because y'all spend so much time apart. Y'all go to different colleges. There's a lot of things, but don't let it intimidate you, because this is the time that you need to be building for yourself. They're building for themselves. Those people that you wonder why y'all haven't talked in a while, they're doing something. They're doing what they do. So it's only right that you do the same thing for you. Don't take things personally. You have to go out there and basically get on your grind, do what you do, and build your life for yourself. Because you can't worry too much about old relationships. You're gonna have to make new ones, and that's just a life skill that you're gonna have, especially if you're an adult. So the next thing I want to touch on is you're in the world. You're in the real world now. There will be a period of time where you are getting adjusted to the real world, and do not let this intimidate you. And it kind of goes back to the thing where I'm saying, like, you're around the same people all the time. You'll be around a lot more adults when you start working, and when you start getting into, like, anything. Basically, you're gonna be like around. You're gonna have to work with adults. They're gonna see you as a kid. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna realize how the world works. Where you're gonna learn about the importance of credit cards. You're gonna learn about the importance of taxes. You're gonna learn about the importance of all this stuff. Don't let it intimidate you. And just because you don't know about the shit doesn't mean that you're behind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: the earlier that you learn about it, it's gonna put you way ahead of everybody else, and you're gonna be a way ahead of wherever you're supposed to be. I mean, I wouldn't even say compete with people, because you're not competing with people. You're just doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different growth speed, if that makes any sense. Somebody may be higher than you. You may be down here, but that doesn't mean that you can't surpass that person. All those things. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be competing with anybody really, but just understand that everybody has a different growth speed. You always do things at your own pace. And like I said before, the people that seem most sure about themselves are not really, for the most part. People always like to put on a face like they have things figured out, so nobody will figure them out, if that makes any sense. So the next thing, you can have fun and work hard at the same time. Don't think just because you're working hard in your 20s that you're wasting your 20s, but also enjoy your 20s. Have fun, go out, you know what I'm saying? Go to bars, go wherever, do whatever you want to do. But also work hard so you don't waste that time. See, you're in your 20s, you have a lot of energy, hopefully a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? A lot of money saved. You got all these things, you know what I'm saying? Get into the dating market, meet people all the time, you know what I'm saying? Do all of these things while you are in your 20s, you know what I'm saying? Don't just think you can have too much working hard or too much, well, actually you can. You can have too much hard work and not enough fun, and vice versa. You should have a good balance of both, but your work always comes first, because that's the thing that's going to change your life. So the next thing I want to say is you're going to lose friends and you will gain new ones. Kind of like I said before, you will lose friends, and it's okay. You will make new friends. There's going to be periods of time where you just be like, damn, I ain't got no friends. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be times like that. It's completely okay. I've been through it. I've been there. I met new people. You just have to let it happen naturally. And then after that, you come better socially, from the things that you're involved in. Always be involved in something. You'll end up meeting people, you know what I'm saying? People are going to somebody's going to like something about you, you know what I'm saying? And kind of like the last thing I want to say was, well, my next thing was actually develop social skills, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's pretty much what I just said. So the last thing I want to say is, this is a new chapter. Leave the past behind. So whatever happened in high school, whatever happened in the past period, you have to learn how to leave it behind. I don't care if you had a bad relationship in high school. I don't care if you wish you would have taught the old girl in high school. It doesn't matter. You wish you would have taught the old guy in high school. You know what I'm saying? That's in the past, and you can't let that determine the rest of your life. And I'll tell y'all what, it's really not many people, if many people at all, that I still keep in contact with high school, in high school, who I'm still friends with. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I don't really keep too much in contact with that because I'm ready to move on as an adult. You know, there's a few people that I talk to, but other than that, I don't really think about those people, you know. And part of the reason is I got rid of social media. I don't really know what those people are doing. It doesn't concern me, you know what I'm saying? It's not a part of my life. It doesn't have anything to do with me. So why would I keep up with them? And if destiny really wants it, you know, you'll end up coming in contact with those people again. There's no surprise factor into showing people what you're doing all of the time. So if you post on your story, you post Instagram, Instagram pictures all the time, it's not going to be really any shock into the person that you become. You know what I'm saying? Because don't you want to be that person who was once this one person, then you come to the reunion like 10 years later and you're just a totally different person. People like, you know, people are shocked. If you want to be that person, then don't show all your business. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you do in silence. Like, you know, like the old saying, chase your dreams in silence. And it's not really for the purpose that you think that quote is made for. It's kind of like chase your dreams in silence, because there's going to be people out there who don't believe in themselves enough to actually believe that your dreams are achievable. You know what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't try it themselves. That's why they say chase your dreams in silence. People are going to put things into your head. People are going to doubt what you're trying to accomplish. So when you actually achieve them and you get there and then you show up a new person, people are going to be shocked. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, basically that's all I want to say. Coming out of high school, transitioning to adulthood, how to do it. Like I said, if the conclusion, learn as much as you can. Don't worry about the people that you left behind, and just basically just improve your own life. Don't really worry about what too many other people are doing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's Slim and Chill.